Hey guys, today I am making some beef bone soup. The beef bones came from the cow that I ordered, a quarter cow from my mother-in-law. You know, they live on a farm, and once a year I can get a quarter of a cow, which pretty much lasts the whole year. And today I'm going to be making beef bone soup. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my big pot. I'm going to put 8 cups of water in there. And then I'll put my beef bones in there and let them start to cook. I'll let them cook for an hour or two before I put anything else. Now what I'm going to be doing is I'll be using some beef bones, some beef bouillons. I think I'll probably put 2, maybe 3 in there. I'll start with 2. 2 beef bouillon. A package or 2, depending on how much you guys want to make, of no yolk noodles. That's what I'm using. You can use whatever kind of noodles you want to use. Those are the kind that I'm using. And because it's really hard to get my kids to eat vegetables these days, I am going to put just celery and carrots. And I'm going to dice up a beef tenderloin and put it in. But to start, you want to get the broth going. So you just want to do the bones and the water with the cubes of bouillon. Also take an onion. Again, this is preferential on how much you like onion or whatever. But this is just to flavor it. And you want to slice thin an onion and put it in there while the bones are cooking. They'll pretty much melt away, be so small that they're not really noticeable by the time the rest of the food is done. So let's get started with that. And I'm not using my stand today, guys, so I'm only using one hand. So we gotta improvise. This thing has to cook for a couple of hours, so I want to get started early so I can get that broth going. And this is the package that my soup bones come in, but like I said, this is from the cow, the quarter cow that I purchased, and I got actually 2 lumps of soup bones. But I'm only using 1, so that means I can make this twice. Now you can put other vegetables again, like I said earlier. You can put green beans in there if you want, but probably even like some red potatoes in there if that's what you want to do. I'm not wanting to make it like a stew, so I'm just gonna put the carrots and the celery in there. Bouillon, hold that for me. See, a jar of beef bouillon is handy for more than one thing. More than one thing. There's my beef bone. Big. Looks like it's got a little bit of beef meat on there too, doesn't it? It's been sitting in the fridge all right. It's still a little frozen, but that's fine. We'll just put it all in there. Get that broth going. Alright. Dice up some onions and get in a pot, and then check back in a couple hours. These are the beef cubes that I'm using. So I'm going to put 2 of those in there, along with my diced up onion. I like flavors. I like seasoning. I also like to not have to add anything to my food when it's done, if I can. Your season is to taste though, guys. Whatever you like, do it. If you don't want to put any extra seasoning in it, just use the beef bouillon and bouillon in the onions. But me, I'm gonna add a little extra seasoning to this, cause just the way that I get down. So, I'm gonna go and dice up my onions because I didn't dice them up, but I'll dice them up and put them in there. Lid, and I'll put this timer on too for 2 hours. There we go. There's my no yolks. That's what I'm using. That onion was pretty big, so I chopped half of it. And there's my chopped onions. This is already starting to boil, so once it starts boiling, then you want to turn it down to a simmer, which I have already done. I don't know if you guys can see in there. Turn this light on. There. Turned it down to a simmer. I'm going to put my onions in there, and then I'll let that go for a couple hours. Already smells good. Alright guys, so now I am cutting up my tenderloin of beef, and that's like half of it I've got cut up, and my soup bones have been cooking for 2 hours. That's what it's looking like right now. So I'm going to put the meat in there, and then I'm going to let that cook. It smells good. I'm going to let that cook for maybe another hour, hour and a half. Or I'll probably let it all cook for another 2 hours, but I'm going to put the meat in, and then after an hour, I'll put the carrots and the celery in, and then like 20 minutes before it's done, I'll put the noodles in, because you don't want the noodles to get soggy. And then it'll be done, guys. So I'm going to finish chopping this meat up, and then I'm going to dump it in there. One little piece of meat. There we go. See, I'm doing all this just without my stand, so. Alright, so I'm going to stir that up. Guys, this soup bone does have meat on it too. Get that meat on that bone. So a lot of meat on that bone. So that'll go in here too. So I only use 1 beef tenderloin. I think I'm going to put 2 packages of noodles in here. And I bought some fresh, some carrots. I'm going to, these are some nice sized carrots too. Look at that. So I'm going to shave them, and then I'm going to cut the carrots up and put them in there. I'm going to cut them in circles, the little circles, not like big long carrot pieces. I'd rather just do the circles. And then my celery, but that's going to be a little bit later because these don't take that long to cook. So all right. So I chopped up 6 carrots to put in here, and I'll probably do 6 celery stalks too. And I guess I'll let these carrots cook in here for about 20 minutes. I don't want them to get too soft. And then I'll put the noodles and the noodles and the celery in, and then that should be done. So it should be done in less than an hour. The meat has been cooking for an hour. The bones have been cooking for 2 hours, or yeah, 2.5 hours. Now I just put 4 celery stalks in there. So in 20 minutes, I'm just going to put the noodles in, and then so this should be done. This will be done probably in the next within the next half hour. All right, so we are nearing the 10 minutes mark, and I am going to go ahead and put my noodles in, because the noodles only take, it says 12 to 13 minutes. About the amount of time that's left is what it's going to take for these to get done. So I'm going to go ahead and put these in there now, and the vegetables can finish cooking with the noodles so that everything's done at the same time. So let me open these. Alright, there's the first one. Might only just need the 1 bag, guys. It looks like the 1 should be enough with all the other stuff in there. So I might put the other bag away. I only used the 1. I bought 2 just in case, but it looks like it's going to be 1 should be enough. Looks pretty hearty. Pretty hearty to me. Alright, bring this back to a boil. I guess if needed, you can always add some more liquid, but I think that this should be fine. We shouldn't need any more liquid. So I'm gonna serve these up with these minis. These are really good. You would think, oh, they're just white crackers and made smaller, but they taste really good, and it's gonna go perfect with this. And the kids' finished product. Smells delicious. I'm pretty sure it's gonna taste delicious. My cubes of beef tenderloin. Timer off. Alright, well, if you guys try this recipe out, come back and let me know how it turned out for you. Now for the taste tester.
I'm the taste tester. I'm going to take some noodles, so I need some of this, of course, because I love eating that. Some noodles and beef.
No little crackers. It's hot. Very hot, honey. It just came out of Good.
I see.
It's good.
You left the wrapping paper right in the middle
That's
of
Dad. So next video. Bye. See you later. I'm gonna get into this.